Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I have swatches for you from the Consider Outer Space collection by Pretty Serious. There are 8 polishes in this collection. I do have all 8 to show you. These are available right now. In the description box below, I will link their site as well as their Instagram page, and I will also link my Instagram page where I will have more swatches of everything in this collection. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. So first up we have Hydra, and this is a bright red with silver holographic glitter. This is a jelly base as well. So here is our first coat of Hydra. These are in a jelly-ish base, so they mostly need to be built up, but for a jelly base these are very opaque. There's a ton of glitter in here. So all of these are going to dry textured. If you use a glitter-eating base coat or a glitter-eating top coat like I did, I only needed 1 coat of top coat, but if you use a regular base coat like say an OPI base or top coat, you may end up needing 2 coats. This does cover completely in 2 coats. These also dry a little bit dull, and since there's so much glitter in here, these are going to be pretty difficult to remove, so I do recommend a peel-off base coat or pure acetone to remove. So there's 2 coats. Up next we have Dorado, and this is a burnt orange jelly base with those same silver holographic glitters. Here's our first coat of Dorado, and all of these pretty much have the same formula. They're easy to use, easy to work with, nothing stained, nothing wanted to run or pull. The formulas on these are a little bit on the thicker side because they're so loaded with glitter, but they're not difficult to work with. They're not so thick that it makes it like hard to use or anything like that. They actually have a really great beginner friendly formula. So here's our second coat, and this also completely covers in just 2 coats. Again, it will dry textured, it will be difficult to remove. You will want either 2 coats of a thinner top coat or 1 coat of a glitter eating top coat. So there's 2 coats. Up next, I think you say this as Pyxisl. This is a lemon lime color. It's that in between yellow and green. This is a jelly base, and it also has a like yellowy gold shimmer and then those same silver holographic glitter. So here's our first coat of Pyxisl. And again, this is a jelly base, so it is a little bit sheer here on this first coat, but it will build up really nicely to cover completely in 2 coats. This is somewhere between that lemon and lime color. It's a greeny yellow. Absolutely beautiful. Again, I had no running or pulling or anything icky with the formula, no staining, anything like that. So here's our second coat, and this covers completely in 2 coats. Again, this does dry very textured, and it is going to be very difficult to remove. The glitter eating top coats I recommend would be the Super Chic Marvel Liquid Macro Top Coat, and then Glam Polish also has a really good one as well. So there's 2 coats. Up next we have Serpens, and this is a teal jelly base, but it does lean more green because it does have a green shimmer running throughout it, but it does look more blue here on camera. This also has those same holographic micro silver glitters. So here's our first coat of Serpens. Again, this isn't a jelly base. It is going to have a little bit of sheerness here in this first coat, but it does build up actually really nicely for a jelly base. This is also coming off very teal. It's not a blue. It is a green. It's got blue undertones to it, but it definitely pulls more green in person than on camera. Hopefully my photos can show it more color accurate, but this is definitely not color accurate, so I'm sorry about that. So here's our second coat, and this does cover completely in 2 coats. Again, the same great, easy to work with formula. Dries very textured, is very difficult to remove, but is very, very easy to use. Once again, you will want a nice glitter-eating top coat, and I didn't have any kind of staining or anything like that with this one either. So there is 2 coats. Next up we have Aura, and this is a cerulean blue jelly base with those same holographic silver micro glitter. Here's our first coat of Aura, and this one actually covers really well here on this first coat. If you're not picky and depending on your application, you could easily wear this in just one coat. For consistency purposes of this video, I am going to go ahead and show you 2 coats, but just know that this is completely opaque right here for me in just one coat. Again, the same great, easy to work with formula, doesn't want to run or pull or anything like that, doesn't stain. So here's the second coat, and this does cover completely in 2 coats for me. Just like the rest of the polishes in this collection, this does dry very textured. It's going to be difficult to remove because of all the micro glitter in there, and I do recommend a glitter eating top coat and a peel off base coat. So there's 2 coats. Next up we have the oddball in the collection. This is called My Immortal. So this is a blue base. It's got a green shimmer, and then in the shade it has a multi-chrome shimmer. That shimmer in there shifts from a pink to like a coppery shade. Here's our first coat of My Immortal, and this is the only one that doesn't have that super micro glitter in this collection. So this one doesn't dry textured. It's not going to be difficult to remove since this is a shimmer as opposed to a micro glitter. So you will be able to use any kind of top coat. You don't necessarily need a glitter eating top coat. This also covers really well here on this first coat. It is just a little bit sheer, so I am going to go in for a second coat. So here's our second coat, and again for me this does cover completely in 2 coats. I couldn't see needing a third coat, but depending on your application, if you do extremely thin coats, you may end up needing one. This one also dries decently glossy. I didn't have any staining with this either, and it is a little bit thinner than the glitters in this collection. So there's 2 coats. Up next we have Karina, and this is a grape purple jelly base with the same holographic silver micro glitter. So here's our first coat of Karina, and once again we are back to this micro glitter formula. It's a little bit thicker than the last one, but it's easy to use, easy to work with. Doesn't want to run or pull or stain or anything crazy like that. Also, these little glitters in here, I haven't mentioned it yet, but all of these polishes, tiny little micro glitters, are actually holographic glitters. So in the sunlight they will beam extremely hollow, and a nice glossy top coat will help that as well. Again, this covers completely in 2 coats. Depending on your application, you may be able to wear it in just one, no problem. Again, a good glitter eating top coat. It's going to be difficult to remove, it's going to dry textured. So there's 2 coats. And finally for today we have Lyra or Lyra, and this is a Barbie pink jelly base. Well, I don't know, Barbie pink. It might be more raspberry actually, pink jelly base with those same holographic silver micro glitter. So here's our first coat of Lyra or Lyra, and this one covers really well here on this first coat. Again, this is one that you, depending on your application and the thickness of your coats, could totally wear on one coat. This is completely opaque on one coat for me, but again, for consistency purposes, I am going to go in for 2. Again, this is a little bit on the thicker side, but it makes it extremely easy to use, and it stays right where you put it. No running or pulling or staining. This does cover completely in 2 coats. It does dry textured. It is going to be difficult to remove. Broken record. So there's 2 coats. My favorite in this collection is Dorado. I love this burnt orange color. I love the holographic glitter in here. I love the opacity of this. I just love this all around. The formula, everything is beautiful. So this one is my favorite. And that is it. Let me know in the comments below what you guys thought of this collection. Let me know if you plan on picking it up. And let me know what your favorite was. Give this video a thumbs up if you liked it. Subscribe if you'd like to see more from me. And I will talk to you again next time.